would you pay 200 rupees for a single cup of tea? How about 3 lakh for rent? Welcome to London. Hi everyone. If you are new here, I'm Sandra. I'm a Lithuanian wife to an amazing Indian husband, raising our 2 boys here in London. Today I'm diving into a topic that many Indian families are curious about: the cost of living in London. How really expensive is it? Is it manageable for an Indian family? And how does it compare to India? Let's break it down. Rent, the biggest expense. Did you know that the rent you pay for a tiny 2-bedroom house in London could get you a 4-bedroom villa with a private garden in India? Let's face the reality. In Delhi or Mumbai, a comfortable 2-bedroom house costs from 40 to 70,000 rupees a month, which is 360 pounds to 630 pounds. In London, a small 2-bedroom flat in a normal area, it's about 2,800 pounds, which is 3 lakhs per month. What about a house with a garden? 3,500, which equals to around 3.7 lakh per month. This is the price of the rent in London comparing to in India. So what our tip is here to consider areas that are not in central but in zones 3 to 4 like Wembley, Harrow, Southall, or for slightly more affordable rents. Also, these specific areas has a vast Desi community. Imagine walking into a London supermarket and seeing that 1 kilo of chicken costs as much as a full family dinner in India. Let's compare. So for example, 1 kilo of chicken in India costs 250 rupees, which is around £2.26. While in London, 1 kilo of chicken costs £6.50, which equals to 700 rupees. So 250 rupees against 700 rupees. And I'm talking about just normal chicken. What about organic chicken? Organic chicken in London costs £10 a kilo, which is 1,000 rupees. What do you think about this price? Also, for example, 1 liter of milk in India you can get for as less as 50p, 50 rupees. While in London, it's 170 rupees. And what about rice? For example, 5 kilo of rice in India costs around 300 rupees, which equals to almost 3 pounds, while in London is 1,200 rupees, which almost is 11 pounds. How price difference is that? It's really big difference. So how we do it? Shopping in Indian grocery stores like Southall or Hounslow can save you money on spices, lentils, and even fresh vegetables. Actually, this is also what we do. We often visit Asian stores to get great produce at reasonable prices. Would you ever pay 200 rupees for a single cup of tea? Well, in London, that's the normal price. And don't get me even started on the cost of an Indian meal. So let's have a look. Imagine having a simple dosa, walking into the restaurant in London, and then boom, the bill comes and it's 1,500 rupees for one dosa, which equals to around 13 pounds 50 pence, around 10 pounds even sometimes. Would you still order it? Let's break it down how much eating out really costs in here. So, a cup of chai at the Indian street stall costs around 10 to 20 rupees. A cup of tea in London cafe costs at least 2 pounds, which is 200 rupees, like 10 times more. A simple Indian meal for 2, you can get easily around 500 rupees in India, while in London it will be minimum 3,000 rupees in London. So, the conclusion is cooking at home saves a lot Also, Desi restaurants in Wembley and Southall are much more cheaper than in central London, so that's also worth considering the area of London. But overall, eating out is much more expensive here, therefore cooking can help save money. What about transport? How it compares? So having a look at the transport costs, Delhi metro fare is around 30 to 60 rupees, and London Tube one way is 350 rupees. Monthly travel pass as well is available. In India it costs around 2000 rupees, while in London is at least 16,000 rupees, which is around 160 pounds. That is something. What about taxi? Uber, for example, a 10-kilometer ride in India could cost around 500 rupees, while in London it's at least 30 pounds, which equals to 3,000 rupees. So, using an Oyster card and traveling outside peak hours could help you to save money in London, but it is expensive, one of the biggest chunks of your expense. So what about education? In India, 2 lakhs can pay for an entire year of college. In London, that's the monthly fee for some private schools. So what are education costs here in London? So public or government schools are free in London and as well as free in India. And private school fees, it's around 10,000 to 30,000 rupees a month in India versus 2 lakh a month in London. So that is a big difference. So London has amazing public schools though. Check off the ratings before choosing where to live and where to settle. But public schools are great, and our boys go to one of them and they are absolutely thriving and we are happy as well. So here is what it is. But if you want to go to private schools, that comes at the cost. So how childcare in London and India looks like. In India, 1.5 lakhs is a down payment for a small car. In London, it is a price of sending your child to daycare for just 1 month. I'm ready even to repeat it. In India, 1.5 lakhs, you can get a small car. It's a down payment for it. While in London, it's a monthly payment for just sending your child to daycare or nursery. So it's really expensive. That's one of the biggest expenses in London too. Full-time daycare per month, for example, in India is around 7,000 rupees, while in London it's 1.5 lakhs, which is around 1,500 pounds per month. It's really big chunk of your income. So many families try part-time work or work from home or rely on relatives to save on the childcare costs, because it can come with a big cost if you are just by yourselves. So what about bills and utilities? Winters can be expensive here. In India, 15,000 rupees is someone's monthly rent. In London, is just your heating bill in winter. So what you can pay for rent for an entire month in India is just one of your bills in winter for the heating. So let's have a look at the costs and let's compare. So for example, in electricity and gas per month in India is around 2,000 rupees, while in London is around 15 to 30,000 rupees, which is equals to 150 to 300 pounds. It depends on the area you live and the type of a house and how much you use, but this is the price of just one bill in winter. So what about internet and phone? So in India, it costs around 1,500 rupees, while in London can cost around 6,000 rupees, 60 pounds. And what about the water bill? So in India, it costs around 500 rupees, while in London, it's 4,000 rupees. So tip here is to invest in warm clothes and use energy-saving tricks to keep bills low. to get dressed properly and try to not to use the heating too much. So, is life in London expensive? Yes, but is it worth it? That depends on you. London offers amazing job opportunities, quality education, and a multicultural lifestyle, but it also comes with high costs. Also, worth mentioning, the earning opportunities are better than in India, hence you should be able to cover those basic costs. What do you think? Would you pay 3 lakhs for rent or 700 for chicken? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll really appreciate that. And so that I can create more tea chats about life in London. Thank you very much. Namaste.